Welcome back to another high-octane explainer, everyone. Today we're jumping straight into the absolute thrill ride that was the Moto2 class main race at the 2026 Italian Grand Prix. We're going to break down all the crucial race developments, the intense early drama, the final results, and of course how the latest point rankings have completely shifted the championship landscape. Let's get into it. Okay, to start things off, I want you to picture this staggering number, 1,141 meters. That is the exact length of the ultra-high-speed main straight at the Autodromo Internazionale del Mugello. It's this massive, sprawling stretch of tarmac that completely defines this extreme circuit. It really sets the stage for these incredible slipstreaming battles and absolutely punishing speeds, right before the riders have to slam on the brakes for turn 1. Section 1, Mugello's ultra-high-speed battle. So the Brembo Grand Prix of Italy served as round 7 of the 2026 Moto2 World Championship, bringing the entire grid to a circuit that demands, well, absolute, unwavering perfection. And what's truly fascinating is exactly what this 5.245-kilometer track asks of these athletes. With its massive elevation changes and high-speed directional shifts across 15 corners, that's 9 right and 6 left, Mugello pushes tire durability and physical endurance to the absolute limit. The layout demands immense front-end stability just to handle those brutal high-speed transitions. It is a true test of a rider's physical and mental fortitude. Section 2, the turbulent early stages. But, as soon as the green light flashed and the engines roared off the line, the extreme stakes of this highly technical layout immediately sparked some intense heartbreak, particularly for the Japanese riders. Just looking at how things unfolded brilliantly illustrates the chaotic early drama. Taiyo Furosato's race ended almost immediately on lap 1. He actually went down at turn 6 after contact with another rider. And then, literally just a few laps later on lap 6, Ayumu Sasaki suffered a crash that took him out of the race entirely, right while he was fighting so strongly in a top 10 position. What makes Furusato's exit so incredibly gut-wrenching is the sheer momentum he was carrying. I mean, despite being forced to start all the way back on the last row in 22nd place because of a penalty, he had made a phenomenal, aggressive start. He was actively slicing his way through the pack and gaining positions on that opening lap before the incident just abruptly ended his day. You can literally hear the profound frustration from Idemitsu Honda Team Asia manager Hiroshi Ayama here. He pointed out the severe disappointment of losing such a vital opportunity for Furusato to complete the race distance, especially since they couldn't capitalize on the promising pace and comfort with the bike he had been showing all weekend long. And Furusato himself completely echoed that disappointment. He noted that they were getting so much closer to the level they wanted to reach. But, being a true competitor, he acknowledged the harsh reality of the sport, right? Racing can just be exactly like this sometimes. Everything changes in a split second. But his focus is already resetting, and he's aiming a bounce back even stronger in the upcoming rounds. Section 3, the amazing comeback drama. All right, let's shift gears and move to the front of the pack because it's absolutely fascinating to contrast the race execution between our top 2 finishers. On one side, we have Manuel Gonzalez, who delivered this smooth, flawless, record-breaking pole-to-win dominance. And then on the flip side, we have Celestino Vietti, who orchestrated a miraculous, aggressive, and just relentless surge through the field from way back in 16th place. Spain's Manuel Gonzalez was, frankly, utterly untouchable all weekend. By utilizing the new Pirelli SCX tires to set a record-breaking pace, he converted his pole position into his 3rd victory of the 2026 season. It was an absolute masterclass in high-speed precision and race management on a track that, as we know, rarely forgives mistakes. But hey, if Gonzalez was the master of pace, Celestino Vietti was hands down the master of the comeback. The Italian crowd was just going wild for their local hero. His unbelievable climb from 16th on the grid to finish a spectacular 2nd secured his very first Mugello podium in his 6th year racing there. This kind of massive mental and tactical growth officially cements him as a huge threat for the second half of the championship. Section 4, final race results. So here's how the top 5 actually shook out in the Mugello main race. Look closely at the gap times for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Vietti crossed at plus 5.327 seconds from the leader, but Daniel Holgado and Senna Agius were mere fractions of a second behind him. It really goes to show just how incredibly tight the battle for those final podium steps was, right down to the wire. Section 5, latest point rankings. Let's see how this Italian masterclass completely shook up the big picture. Gonzalez is now commanding a pretty hefty lead at the top of the standings with 129.5 points. But look right below him. The Yeti's heroics at Mugello have launched him straight up to 93 points, putting him literally right on the heels of Izan Guevara for second place. The championship battle is tightening up incredibly fast behind our leader. So, with Gonzalez looking practically unbeatable right now, and riders like Furusoto and Sasaki super hungry for revenge after such a heartbreaking weekend, the stage is perfectly set. Next week, the paddock heads to an entirely new challenge for Round 8 at the Balaton Park circuit in Hungary. Will Gonzalez extend his reign, or is a new challenger going to rise to the occasion? You definitely won't want to miss it. Thanks for joining this explainer, and we'll see you at the next race.